Hi everyone. Today we'll be talking about ChatGPT and AWS. So the course name is The Future of AWS Administration. We'll be leveraging ChatGPT to administrate and automate AWS tasks. So I will be taking your chats while I'll be explaining about first thing that we'll talk about is ChatGPT, and then we'll talk about a little bit about cloud formation templates, and then we'll take a look at several examples that we can use, or some kind of funny stuff that we can use and talk to ChatGPT. And then later we'll get into cloud formation templates. We'll see how we can create a VM or a security group or a key pair, and then we'll ask ChatGPT on how to automate this cloud formation template. With its suggestions, we'll try it out, and then I'll tell you the cautions on how to avoid some of the pitfalls that ChatGPT believes that it's true and sends it over to us. Something like that. We'll follow along with the class, and then later we're going to talk about the new course that we're going to launch, and then we'll see. We'll take it ahead, and we'll discuss about the plans, and I'll take some questions that you guys have. All good. So if you have any questions at any point of time, just put them in the chat. Ravi will take this in, and based on that, we can proceed. So I know some of you guys are new, and some of you guys are the old ones. So let me tell you little bit about Northfer first, and then I'll tell you about how we came into existence and what are we at right now. So we started around last week of September with a course called a Hero to Zero series, where we started with Azure 900, 104, and then we went into infrastructure DevOps. Then we went into Azure DevOps, and we did Kubernetes, etc., etc. That was the first class. A month, 45 days later, we started something called Automation Zero to Hero Automation Engineer series, where we started manual. And we thought about Java, and we are starting a new course on that, where we'll be clubbing those two together. So we are designed or situated the whole inception of how Northford became to be, was incepted around 2.5 years back, where we thought education in private sector was really costly, right? So the affair is not so cheap or affordable. When you begin to get into an IT industry, you think about joining some of the top Rekas or the top learns over there, right? So they charge about 40 to 50, 60,000 there. So what we thought was, initially we thought of getting um, my voice is clear.
Yes, Sandeep.
Sagar, check your speakers. Okay, so what we did was we got together, me, Ravi, Rajesh. We have a community manager called Viji. We have a guide or a mentor called Radhika, and all these folks who from the IT industry. We got together and we thought, hey, why not we teach something that is affordable in the first place, and it's so in depth that people want to really have everything studied or learned from the ground up. So that's when we started Northfer. Initially our plan was to launch with what you call a minimum of launch in a regional language, that's Hindi, Telugu, Kannada, Tamil, and all. But later we quickly found out that that was not really feasible because of the playground or the amount of funds that are needed. So we are all working in our IT jobs, and this is our second job, I can say. So combined experience is over 150 years. To be honest, all of us 120, 130 years together. And our goal was, when we started the Hero to Zero series, our goal was to get a person who was new into ID at least 2.5 years of experience based on the training that we provide. So we actually uh, work on getting the student from the ground up, where we teach. The duration is long. We don't look at monthly batches. We only look at the quality and the content. That means no matter it is, we want to complete or put in the new courses in the current batch, but we'll not be shortening our batches anytime soon. So I'll be sharing this PPT or PDF once we complete our session today, so you guys can take a look at it. And coming to me, so I talk a lot. I'm the founder of Northware. So I have 16 plus years of education, of experience in IT, infrastructure, cloud, and development domain. So I take as a full time, I work in a company as a director where I manage about teams of 16 projects with combined total of 120, 130 plus people under me. So I deal with infrastructure, cloud, and also deal with development based delivery projects. And coming to our session, first we'll talk about what is ChatGPT. The sensation, internet sensation that's gotten right. So we'll talk about what is ChatGPT and what is it, about how can we exactly use it for our benefits. We'll also talk about a few examples in ChatGPT where we'll be talking to ChatGPT and we'll be, just asking it a questions, asking some questions, right? And we'll be taking care of it. All right. So and we'll talk about intro to cloud formation templates, which is CFN templates. We'll talk about what is cloud formation in AWS and how is it used, and how can we leverage cloud formation to make our work easier or automate repetitive tasks that we that we do in AWS. And after that, we'll take a few examples and a little bit of architecture on what happens when you upload a template to CloudFormation and how does it work in the backend. After that, we'll do a small live demonstration on. We'll be creating a S3 bucket. We'll be hosting a static web page. We'll be utilizing ChatGPT's help on how to take the correct feedback inputs and how to write a small YAML template. And after that, we're going to create one virtual machine, both through the management console and also through a YAML file purely based on ChatGPT's prompting. Okay, and after that, I'll be revealing the new course that we are launching. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for that, and I'm sure you know what it is right now. So we'll go to that. Any questions so far? All good? All right. Okay. So let's talk about ChatGPT first. What is a ChatGPT? What is the ChatGPT? We keep calling, there's everything. The ChatGPT is everywhere, right? It's in the news. It's everywhere saying, people are using ChatGPT. There have been millions of users who have signed up from the first day. They've been taking help, and they say that, the next level of jobs are automation, and ChatGPT kind of chatbots will be taking over the internet or your jobs, correct? So ChatGPT is nothing but it's an AI model, right? It's a chatbot, okay, and it's created by a company called OpenAI. So OpenAI has been funded by Microsoft, a little bit from these guys, Elon Musk and everyone. So it was started by OpenAI has built ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a conversational bot which is trained on data until 2021. When I say data, it's taken a dump and huge amounts of data through the internet, and it's been trained in a neural network fashion. So, like I said, it's an artificial intelligent language model created by OpenAI AI. So what happens in a conversational bot? So when a conversation bot comes in, it has been trained on deep neural networks. When I say neural networks are nothing but models or ML, models that basically take, excuse me, basically take in the data, which language models or etc., and use NLP methods, natural language processing methods, to take a look at get itself trained to act and talk like a human being based on the data that we send. So it uses deep algorithms to understand and generate human-like language. So when I say human-like language, the data that you put in, it learns from the data, or it learns from the data or the chats or everything that's on the internet based on NLP programming. Okay, and it's used to talk to people because the way it's been designed to make sure that it talks to you like a friend or like a person or like a human being. And similarly, they've trained this chatbot in a way that it can talk to you or give you some kind of advices based on the data or that it's learned from. So like, for example, if I teach you something, right, if I give you 5 or 6 particular lines and say, hey, take a look at this and come back tomorrow. And tomorrow when you come back, if I ask you some questions, you'll be more or less be answering whatever questions I asked you, right, based on the limited data that I've provided to you. So same way, ChatGPT has been trained in those kind of language models, and it's come to a place where it'll be able to answer you with some confidence. But mind you, it's not true or it's not right all the time. So there has to be a word of you have to follow your own judgment while believing or talking to ChatGPT. So when you say, so you can say that, yeah, it's designed to converse with people, and it can be used for variety of them. Due to this nature of being trained in human-like language and human-like data, right? It also has basically this functionality or ability to talk to you in such a way that it can also give you some kind of instructions or some kind of suggestions based on the data that it's been scouted to. So if you look at it, ChatGPT is designed to converse with you, with people like you and me, right? Using natural language input. When I say natural language input, you have WhatsApp, right? You'll say, hi, how are you? Even sometimes you butcher the language, you butcher something, you butcher the word saying, hey, whatever it is. And the other person will be able to understand what you've written, right? That's because it knows what kind of text message to uh, expect from you. That's because it's trained. I mean, the person knows what kind of message you send it to. That's because he knows you, right? So similarly, ChatGPT has also been trained on something called GPTs. GPT means generative pre-trained transformer, which means based on the language that's been trained, right? It's going to transform and send it back to you in a way that you can understand. Okay. So it has a knowledge base and can draw on wide range of sources to answer a question. For example, you can ask ChatGPT saying, hey, what color is a rose? Okay. It might say red or it might say blue, but it's up to you to understand or trust ChatGPT, because if the articles in the internet says that uh, rose is blue and violets are red, and ChatGPT has been trained on that type of text. It basically thinks that the rose is blue, and it'll argue with you. It's been that trained, and it's been trained so many iterations based on that. So while talking to ChatGPT, always exercise caution. Okay. So what happens is, you can actually utilize ChatGPT in three different ways. You can use it in as a chatbot that's on the website. I'll show you how to do that. You can also use it as a messaging app. ChatGPT also provides, OpenAI also provides something called a business API, where you can utilize that data. Sorry, that API in the website or in a application that you build. Okay. And you can also use it with voice assistant. For example, Bing has Cortana, right? I think Cortana now supports ChatGPT API, where you can ask Cortana whatever you need, like Siri, or I know Samsung has Samsung something, right? Samsung Assistant. Similarly, you have something for ChatGPT, which can answer your questions, right? So it can constantly learn and improve itself from the feedback from the user. So I'll show you how this works. When you type a question, there is a thumbs up or a thumbs down button. So based on the data or the answer that it provides, right? You can basically click on a thumbs up or thumb down and give a feedback. So you can use ChatGPT in various kind of applications. For example, today we're using it for the IT purpose, right? So we are trying to utilize ChatGPT and to see how we can create some kind of cloud formation templates using ChatGPT. Similarly, we can also use it to let's say education. You can also use it in some kind of retail application, e-commerce, entertainment. You can ask ChatGPT to write a script. You can ask ChatGPT to write a song, in fact. So you can do all of this with ChatGPT. It's a fun conversational bot that will keep you occupied. So as it's an AI model, right? So it's not sentient. You know what sentience means? It doesn't have a conscience. So it cannot think like humans, basically. But it will try to act like humans, the way that you write, the way that you can understand. But it cannot be. It is not sentient yet. Meaning it doesn't have a brain or heart or emotions on its own. But it's just a program for various applications. So you can talk to it, and it will purely give answers based on the data that is trained from. Any questions till now? Mhm. excuse me. So what can it do, right? So I spoke about what ChatGPT is, and I told you about how it's built, etc., etc. Right? So ChatGPT you can be used in many other many applications. Like you can ask it to um, recommend some movies. You can ask him to recommend some books. You can ask it to you know generalize or give a summary of a book. You can ask it to become your personal assistant and set reminders, schedule appointments. You can have a track to-do list, etc. All of this can be done by ChatGPT. You can also use ChatGPT to improve your English if you like to. So for example, if I say, hey, my name Sandy, is it right? It'll come back and say, no, that's not right. Probably you should have to use it this way, saying, you should say, my name is Sandy, or Sandy Torati, whatever it is, right? You can also use it as a pickup generator if you want to talk to some lady or a guy, right? And if you want to start a conversation saying, hey, I like this girl or I like this boy, okay, and hit me up with a line. Give me a line that can be used as a starting point. You can use that. I mean, I'm not putting any bad things into your mind, but you can utilize ChatGPT for that too. Yes, you can do that. I'll show you how to do that in one of our slides. Okay, so you can use it to translate. For example, there's a Hindi language text in the web somewhere, and you want it to translate to English. It will do that. Okay, you have a friend in China. I mean, and you want to converse with them, and you say something in Hindi, and you want it to be converted into English, Chinese. It'll do that, and it will also help you for your personal emotions or something. Sometimes we feel low, right? For example, I don't feel that good today. I don't want to work. Okay, and I don't want to talk to other people, but I need someone to talk to me. So you can just talk to ChatGPT saying, hey, my mood is low today. What do you think I have to do to brighten my mood? So it might say, hey, have a coffee or talk to someone or something like that. And it's New Year's Eve, let's say, okay, or your birthday is coming up and you want to plan something for your birthday. You can ask ChatGPT to prepare a meal plan for your workout, or you can even ask it to prepare a workout plan and so much more, right? I mean, yeah, for example, you can even say, hey, I want to throw my birthday party. I want to give a party to my friends. Give me some cool ideas where, how I can impress them, or, how some kind of some kind of help. So what it'll do is it'll come back to you and it'll give you answers in such a way that you might like it, or if you don't like it, you can ask ChatGPT to regenerate the answers. Now the question is, now you know the general applications and usage of of ChatGPT. Now you can utilize it. Now it comes to the main point of why we are in here today. What can it actually do in IT, right? This is the main thing, right? Everyone wants to understand what's happening in IT. Did you ever feel that you have to work on something, but you're stuck somewhere and you cannot ask your coworker? Yeah, I mean, there'll be times, right, where you need some answers, you need some explanations, but every one of your co-workers are busy. Did anyone get to that kind of situation anytime? Say yes if yes, no if no. Type it. Don't have to open
Yes,
your mic. Type it, guys.
yes, sir.
Yes, type only one. Ellen type yes. Be very attentive, guys. We'll make it a friendly, interactive session. Yes. Right. So everyone said yes. So yes. So what it can do is, you can ask ChatGPT saying, hey, I have a code, okay, and I want someone to review it. You know what? ChatGPT can review it. That's because it's been trained on NLPs. Of course, it might not be a plus code, but at least a B minus to B plus code, or an average level interpreter. Got it? You can even ask it to troubleshoot something for you. You guys are in IT, right? So there's an issue. Okay, there's an issue and there's a log that's come in, and you're not able to figure out where the issue is. So you can basically put that log there and ask ChatGPT to see where what went wrong. And the beauty is it's going to look at the log, it's going to tell you where it went wrong, and it's going to tell you, hey, you might have to do this. That's because it has full knowledge of that Stack Overflow. Correct? So you don't need to worry right away. I mean, going forward, I mean, you can utilize ChatGPT to act as your personal trainer, right? And how many of you guys have completed some project and are struggling to write some kind of technical document? Did you ever been in a situation where your manager asked you to write a write-up? Yes, no? Write-ups. And it's pain, right? It's usually we have the starting trouble, how to do it, what I have to do it, how do I have to do it. Yes. Yes, something like that. Yes, something technical you have to write. Yes, you get stuck. Correct. That's because we as a human being, right? I mean, we might be top notch in what we do. We get slow sometimes, and there has to be someone to kick us in the back saying, hey, go into this direction. And you can use ChatGPT for that purpose. So, for example, if you're writing a knowledge base, right, knowledge article, or some kind of technology document, and you might be struggling to finish it. So you can take ChatGPT's help saying, hey, I'm stuck here. What do you think would be the best action or course to take next? Right? So you can use it in different, it's going to give you answers in different programming languages, software development. It's going to give you suggestions in IT, infrastructure, cloud, DevOps, and many more. I mean, you can literally play with it if you know how to use it. Okay. And like I told you about technical documentations, right? SOPs. Yes, it will be helping you with that also. Java. I mean, someone asked the question as DevOps, we might not be aware of Java troubleshooting of logs. Will chat? Yeah, you can utilize it. See, it's basically been done by someone, right? Logs are there to for us to understand what's wrong, so we can do that. So similarly, like I said, you can use it like an assistant, right? You can take assistance in writing some kind of technical docs, user documents, some kind of SOPs, standard operating system, and procedures, or run books, etc. And the beauty is, the next thing that you can do is you can also use it to give you some kind of automation tasks. So, for example, you want to automate some tasks, right? Or repetitive tasks, the day by day activities that you do, and I want to get it. Automated, and you might not have any clue because you'll be googling, right? The first thing that we do is Google. Remember, I mean, every IT person Googles, correct? So we'll have to go to 10, 15, 20 links to understand what is happening and to basically get an idea of what, I mean, how to proceed about with that. But if with ChatGPT, from the beginning itself, you will get a clear direction on how to proceed. And the beauty is it's going to tell you what step by step, it's going to tell you what you have to do. Of course, it's not 100% true because it believes that it's 100% true because it's read from the text that people have written. That means people will make errors, right? We'll get to that part. And the most important thing of all is status messages, email saying leave letters, or communication with your managers. How many of you guys struggle with that? Updates. Everyone, every time your team leads ask for an update, right? How many of you guys struggle with an update? The email, right? How many guys take a look at the emails and think whether I have to send it to my boss or my client or not? How many of you guys will think, do I have to, I mean, is it right? Did I convey the right message or not? Right? What if there's a person that's there right next to you and says, hey, how about you type this email in this way? And when you send it and you get a response back from your manager saying, hey, this is really good, right? So those kind of things can be done by ChatGPT. Today we'll take a look at one of those emails. Right. Unfortunately or fortunately, every one of us, we lied at one point or another in our careers. Correct? How many times did we ask our managers, sick leave? Usually, it'll be everyone asked for a sick leave when you guys were not sick, right? I mean, sometimes we just don't feel like working. It's it. I mean, I have this feeling sometimes. Everyone does it. Sometimes, some days are not ours, right? So instead of dropping a message to your manager, team lead saying, "Hi, I'm sick. I need leave for day," that will not really make a good impression, right? So how about you do something like this? This is one of the examples. So you're having a huge party on Sunday, correct? And you don't feel like working on Monday. Now, how do you send an effective email to your manager? So now let's ask ChatGPT. So first, what we'll do is I'll put some text on the screen, and after that we're going to look at how to use ChatGPT also, right? And this is fun, right? I mean, this is fun. I mean, you don't have to lie to your manager. Like, you can say I had a really bad or a really good party Sunday. I'll not be coming in the morning. You can do that, but this is what I asked for it. Can you guys can read the screen, right? So I asked ChatGPT saying I'm having a huge party on Sunday. Just send a mail. I want to send a mail to my manager saying I'm not be making it because of personal reasons. Please draft me a mail. So see, look at what it's done. It's also put the subject request for leave, dear manager or your team lead or your colleague, etc. So I hope this mail finds you well. I'm writing to inform you that I won't be able to make it to the office tomorrow. Give the date due to some unforeseen personal circumstance that might require my attention. I apologize, whatever I informed. The second step is saying that I've already informed it to my colleagues, so it should be good. And once I'm done, I'll be returning back. Please let me know if you have any concerns. Blah 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 blah. How long would it take for you guys or me to write this kind of mail without ChatGPT? We'll be thinking, deleting, writing it again, deleting it again, and writing it back, right? Give me a time number. 30 minutes, okay? Give me a number, everyone. An hour, 15, okay? I think we should not use ChatGPT. Pramod says he can write every mail, okay? Take his number, guys. We'll make him write our emails. Yeah, 15, 20 minutes, yes. Or 10 minutes, 5 minutes. It's fine, whatever it is. But the thing is, there has to be, see, we are good. Yeah. It's not lazy. Yeah, we're always lazy. Without for it, I'll tell you. We'll go ahead. Subramania will talk about it in the chat. Okay. So what did I do here? So I'll not be chat. So what happened here was you can see an email where I say I'm not able to make it due to personal reasons. No. One thing that you have to understand is ChatGPT will not be making any ethical decisions for you. So you cannot ask it anything about religion or race, etc., etc. It'll just not answer. There are tricks and tips that you can do it, like how you do your interrogation method, right? You talk to some people, you talk something else, try to get an answer using your detective skills. If you want to do that, do that. So you can do that with ChatGPT, but generally these are forbidden. Okay. So you will also have to provide your inputs, saying you have to tell ChatGPT what you want. Without telling it what you want, it might not be able to help you with a proper what do you call proper response. Correct. So that thing. So you can, like I said, you can trick ChatGPT to perform or answer some kind of questions that are usually not ethical or something like that. But be very careful in doing that. Okay, be very careful in using it. Or it's fun until everything else goes good, but one small mistake it goes bad. But that doesn't mean that they'll put you into jail or something. But the thing is be ethical when you're using ChatGPT. Questions? No. Let's take another example. Let's look at another example. Okay, now let's look at something called for scripting. So what I want to do is, I want to hide my shopping history from my wife, or my wife wants to hide her shopping history from me. So what she does, or my girlfriend, whoever it is. So she has an idea on how to do that, but she wants little guidance, right, on how to really do that. So she's asked ChatGPT saying, "Hey, whenever I switch on my system, can you give me a script that deletes the browser history?" You guys know, understand where I'm getting it? So Amazon.com, Amazon.in, whatever it is, Flipkart, blah blah blah, everything should be deleted by the time the husband logs in. Correct. So it's given a script saying, "Hey, this is the path of the Chrome. Look at this. Path of the Chrome browser is basically saying, do all of this, and you can delete it." And beauty is, after this, it also says how to actually run the script or use it as a cron job. So it's so yeah, it is making us lazy in one way, but it's making us do the work, right? That itself is one good thing. You can use it as an assistant. All right. So what happened? So here in this example, it's given us a script, right? I'll give you water, but I cannot make you drink it. I can tell you, you have to lift the glass and put it in your mouth, and then water flows inside, and then you have to take a gulp. I can tell you all of this. Can I make you drink? No. ChatGPT is also the same. It can be a voice in your mind, not in your mind, voice on your browser or voice in somewhere, right? So you can use it like that, and it'll give you instructions on how to do that. Okay, and only on guidance. You can use that script. You can ask ChatGPT to write a script to delete, create, update, etc. All it does is creation only. All the automation part or running part or the execution part, you have to do it. So I got a question from Banu saying, can we consider it as an alternative for Google search? No. The one reason being, Google search will give you answers from the sources. That means you and I will go type it. But you can say that this ChatGPT is kind of a threat to Google search. That's because it basically has all the information that Google has, right? So it's getting you there. And one more thing to understand, whatever data that ChatGPT has been providing, that I think that's till December of 2021. After that, it doesn't have any data. So if you ask ChatGPT about the recent earthquake in Syria, right? Is it Syria, Iran, Turkey, I believe. So ChatGPT will not have a clue about it. Okay. Now, fine. Let's say I have a lot of stuff in my house right now. I mean, my room literally has a lot of junk or stuff that I don't need, right? I've been buying so many things, but I'm not able to use them. So what I do is, I want to basically sell them, right? I want to sell them. So what you'll do typically, you'll put the picture of it in OLX saying for sale, right? For sale, whatever you put in OLX. Everyone's from India, by the way. If anyone's from outside, just let me know. All right. So you guys know OLX, correct? You guys know OLX, everything. So you have a watch or mobile, you put it in OLX saying 50,000. And I'm sure you'll get 10, 15 messages from people asking you from 8,000, correct? And these guys are the same. They'll come back and they'll reply back saying 8,900. To a point where you think that your phone has values have come down to 20,000 like that. So what you can do is you can ask ChatGPT to write to create a awesome what do you call ad, right? Ad for your stuff that is there. So I've asked ChatGPT saying I have a lot of junk in my place. Write an awesome ad so that I can put it in OLX. So look at what it's written. So junk has never looked this good. Get ready to discover a treasure trove of amazing deals that you can't afford to miss. We have got everything from valuable collective to affordable household item at an unbeatable price, whatever it. But look at how beautiful it's written an ad. Imagine putting some ads like this so that your stuff gets sold faster, right? Any questions on this? So you can basically use ChatGPT for marketing. It's also you can use it for marketing. You can use it to write a presentation. I'll tell you what. Did you guys all sign up from the live session page, right? The entire thing I've made ChatGPT write it. The entire live session, entire bio. I've given it input. I've given it inputs and made it write it. Everything. So that doesn't mean I'm lazy though. That means that I know how to utilize ChatGPT. The point is, so you can use it in that. Okay, now let's talk about matrimony. Okay. Now we all know about matrimony sites, right? How it is. So I said, you can even write a bio there for a girl who's looking for a groom, right? So it's like she says, I'm looking for a match. So this is a bio for a matrimony website. So I'm looking for a match. Look no further. I'm a girl who knows what she wants, and I'm looking for a partner who can keep up. That means, I'm seeking a tall, fair, and handsome gentleman who's the only child in his family and who's looking to settle abroad. Okay, she's got some goals with her husband, right? And he should be a skilled cloud engineer with a high paying job. That's nice. And must have a passion for spoiling me with gifts on every occasion. So basically, she needs gifts. And I also want someone to enjoy cooking and taking care of the household chores and is always up for a romantic movie on the first day of release. If that wasn't enough, he should be ready to take care of my family and whisk me away on an exotic vacations. If you're the man I'm looking for, don't hesitate to reach out. Yeah, we'll get there, Kaushal. We'll get there in the DevOps thing. So I'm trying to make fun of the situations, right? Basically, we can use ChatGPT, use it to in a different way. Normally, we might not get into that situation, but these are some of the situations where we can use ChatGPT for. Okay, so these are some of the examples. Now let's basically see how to let's get into ChatGPT and try out some examples. Any questions before we go there? No? All right. Can you see my screen? Talk, guys. Speak. I don't know why you guys don't speak. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, speak. So, chat.openai.com is chat. Okay, that was scary. Oh, that was. Anyways, so if you go to chat.openai.com, you'll be getting into the screen, right? So if you don't have a login, uh, click on sign up. And once you click on sign up, just give it.
Sir, I have one question. Like, suppose we search any program or any topic for like DevOps, write a pipeline for
Yeah.
Jenkins. So what it provides, it is not much optimized, right, sir? You said a few minutes back.
Yeah, it's not much optimized. That the optimization and part is ours, but the giving the idea and putting your seed is the it's. Let me show it to you. Okay.
Okay, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So create the net. I mean, just sign up with one of this, and once you're done, just click on refresh the browser. You'll be able to go in. Once you're done, you'll be here. Let me. Okay. So I have few accounts. I'll log in with one of my account. So I'll use Google. You can use Google also. So I can do this. This is how I think I'm logging in right now. So it's asking me from the pen code via WhatsApp. All right.
So, Google is creating one same chat bot like a bot.
See,
So
it's
it
not
is not
about
in the
creating.
public domain.
It's not about creating. Everyone has this. Chatbots are not can okay.
Okay, okay.
Chatbots are not something that have come up right now. ChatGPT is something that's little more advanced. All of these guys have what we call chatbots that are running internally. Okay. So you get it like this, right? I mean, you get once you log in, you'll be seeing something similar to this. So click on new chat. Since
Yeah,
you're already, yeah, since you're already here, one of you guys ask a question. Probably we'll try out some questions first. Okay. Uh, let's say how to plan CI for in Azure, right? I don't know what to do. I'm just asking it a question. So there you go. It starts generating responses. So first, what it's saying, where is your source code? First is source code. You need to identify your source code. Where is the repository? Okay, and what build tool are you gonna use? Right? It's given me plenty of build tools here. Like it says Azure Pipeline, Jenkins, TeamCity, etc. Next, the build pipeline is something that's suggesting us, and the configuration of the environment. Correct. Once that's done, it's saying define a trigger. What causes that pipeline to be built? What causes that CI to flow? Okay, and finally the testing part. So if you look at it, it's telling us what to do. Okay, taking it or not is up to you, right? No one's going to put that Cadbury chocolate in your mouth, right? You have to open it. So what I'm saying, who was the one who asked me the question that asked me the question about optimization? Okay, fine. Take a look at how it goes. Yeah, understood. So give me one example. What do you guys want to see? Let's say write me a poem.
Deploy a static website in AWS.
That will take a look next. Okay, don't worry, we'll do that. Write me a poem in. Write me a funny poem. Okay. Hmm. It's writing something for me.
Sir, yes, sir. I have found one more thing. Like if you are searching write a funny poem, it will write something for you. If I am searching from my end, it will type different for me.
Correct. That's
And in
because it
ChatGPT.
can write thousands of poems, right? So let's say my name. See, you know what? I can do something. Okay. Kaushal, right? Kaushal. Where do you work, Kaushal?
What, sir?
Kaushal, right? I'll make it write
Yeah,
a bio.
Kaushal Kishore.
Yeah, Kaushal Kishore. I'll make it write a biography for you. Okay. And I work
Okay.
in Google. Let's say I have about 12 years of in cloud computing. All right. Write me a killer bio for my resume, comma. See, I'm asking you to write a biography, right? Top bio for resume. I'm also asking it to include IT terms in it. Also include IT terms and project management terms in it. Make make it look the best. So there you go. So what it's doing is it knows about the resumes that it's scanned or it's been trained on, right? It'll take some of the words from there and build a biography for you. And it'll be different for someone else. I can even ask it to add to it because one thing is once you start what you call a conversation, it knows it keeps a track of what you've talked to it. So it'll build upon the conversation. See, Kaushal, if you put it in your resume, I think people will hire you. Right?
Thank you, sir. Currently,
I should actually give it to you. Okay. So like that, right? Anyone has any examples we want to try out on, or we'll move to the next one. So the more prompts that you give. When I say prompt is something where it takes it as a individual. For example, in my question here, the prompt was include IT terms and project management terms in it. So something like that, you have to give prompts. Mm. Do you wanna? Okay. Let someone ask for.
maybe we can ask for a thriller movie story.
Yeah, let's ask for a moment. Okay. Movie dialogues. Okay. Give me original in body style. Let's see. Okay. See, you guys are married. You guys have girlfriends. Copy this. You guys are able to see, right? What's happening here?
Yes. Yes.
So it's okay. Now we have added fun. Okay. Now let's talk about something little bit of IT. Okay. We can always ask it to stop generating responses. But these are good. I think Ravi, you should copy them and use it in your movie, or probably in the videos next time. All right, done. That's good. Okay, let's talk about what are we going to talk about? Uh, okay, okay. Let's say there is an escalation. Okay, I want to. I have to. Uh, let's say provide a feedback. Okay. Especially,
Sandeep, I have one question. Like, suppose something is typing and it got stopped. I want it to be continued. So, what should we type?
you have to copy it and paste it in a new chat. Otherwise, you have to refresh it. So let's say, I'm an IT, right? There's an escalation on me. I want help to write an email to the manage saying it's the client's fault and not mine, and tell them that I will resign if they don't accept it. Whatever. Let's see what it comes up with, right? See, it's not going to advise you because it's an ethical thing, right? Now what I can do is I can make ChatGPT to write me a escalation the mail, but I'll ask it in a different manner. See, it'll write a mail. So it should write now. See, I told you, right? Moral and ethical things it will not do, but you can still make it talk or make it give you a reply. If you give a sentence saying, you're owning it up. You guys are understanding all of this? So yeah, one way to use it. Correct. All right. So it's written as a mail. It says where, escalation, I've got an escalation. Moving forward, I will not, commit the same thing. I understand that it's a critical issue. I will try to improve myself. Yours thankingly, whatever. That's the gist of it. Similarly, you can use it to, okay. Ravi, can you send me the link of that AWS one second? I got close it. I think I have it right. Let's jump in. No, I have it. I think I have it. I have it. Dashboard link. One second. Let's go work on the AWS part. Just give me 1 second. So we have seen something where ChatGPT has been giving us some suggestions, etc., right? Now let's talk a little bit about cloud formation and let's try some examples out. All right. Any questions so far? All right.
All good, sir.
All right.
Sandeep, just the one question.
Yeah, go
Does
ahead.
it support local languages like Hindi?
Not really in that way, but you can still translate. Can you tell me how to say hi in
हाँ हाँ, ये हिंदी में भी आप टाइप कीजिएगा तो एक्सेप्ट करता है, हम ट्राई किए थे।
That's good. Okay, so what happened was it kicked me out. I have to relog in again. So you were saying, yeah, where is this, right? Can you tell me how to greet a person? Yeah, it should work. All right. Okay. That you can at least translate it. That I know. I haven't asked anything in Hindi text as of now. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm moving on to the next one. We don't have enough time, right? What we'll do is we'll go through a little bit about what is a cloud formation template, and then we'll look at what course that we are offering for the next batch. Okay. So demo, we have seen the demo already. Now let's talk about cloud formation, right? So our goal is to understand what cloud formation is today at a very high level, then perform a couple of basic steps in AWS, and then take ChatGPT's help and in creating a couple of cloud formation templates and run it on AWS management consoles, right? So what is a CFN? So which is nothing but cloud formation, right? And you add a template in cloud formation. Okay, CloudFormation basically free. It basically orchestrates. It's a service that's provided by Amazon, right? And it helps us build, manage, and automate infrastructure in Azure cloud. And it basically you create templates either in YAML or JSON files, and you use it to create infrastructure. I mean, use it as an infrastructure as a code. And CloudFormance is the one that takes the templates in and orchestrates the whole deployment of cloud resources. So that means manually. See, if you're an administrator, you'll get requests to create 20 VMs, 30 VMs, 40 VMs, whatever it is. So you cannot be doing it manually every time, right? So you can use a template and put it in CloudFormation, and you can automate the creation of all the 40 virtual machines if you need. Okay, so you can use the code to automate that process. Okay, so this will actually make it easier, right, to create, change, or manage the infrastructure or add new stuff to the infrastructure, because if we are treating it as a software. And one thing that happens is when you're iterating on top of the templates, you can add it to the versioning system where you can use different versions to create or modify different environments that you create through CloudFormation templates. Okay, and it also has access or works with wide range of resources over the infrastructure that AWS provides. So including EC2, you can create EC2s. EC2 is classic computer cloud, right? So and then you can use it for creating load balancers, databases. You can use it for creating VPCs, private networks, and keys, personal keys, etc. So basically, you can also create the network security. You can also create VPCs and all over the place. The entire infrastructure in AWS can be used. You can use CloudFormation and some templates to automate all the environment. So it's especially need for people, right, who are managing complex environments, because it's not really feasible, or you cannot really do it manually sometimes, because as an administrator or a person who's coming into AWS, you would either use CLI, because maximum times you will not be using the management console, the GUI. So CloudFormation is one of a service that will orchestrate the templates that you write in either YAML or JSON. So overall, CloudFormation is a powerful tool that makes it easier to build and manage the infrastructure in the cloud. And one thing is, you can also pair it up with Terraform, and Terraform can also work with it. And Kubernetes, you can use CloudFormation with any of our third-party services and third-party tools, because it has APIs. AWS has provided this kind of APIs. You can also use it with CLI. Okay, so it's a service basically that allows you to define and manage AWS infrastructure as a code. If you look at it, so you can create and provision AWS resources using the templates, and templates are either written in JSON or you can write them in YAML. Okay, so CloudFormation template, like I said, can be written either in JSON or YAML. I mean, the format would be .json or .yaml. You know what YAML means, right? So like we spoke about, you can use versioning system for CFNs. So when you have templates can either be uploaded via your hard disk, or they can be put in S3 storage. So as soon as you upload a template, it will be put into the S3 cloud bucket, and AWS accesses that template and will be creating the underlying infrastructure that you require. So templates can be versioned and stored in a source control systems, allowing for repeatable and consistent infrastructure deployment. So when you create a CloudFormation stack, you can create resources under it. And once your work is done, all you have to do is delete that CloudFormation stack, and every resource that comes underneath it will be deleted. So CloudFormation stack is the YAML file. It has resources, the type of resources you want to launch, EC2. Parameters are the parameters that come under a particular resource. So EC2 needs operating system, it needs a storage, it needs image ID, something like that, right? So all of them can be mapped and put into this template, and these are not one by one. You can specify in any order that you want. CloudFormation has intelligence built in, where it knows which resource has to be read first, or which parameter has to be read first, and based on it, it's going to launch the resources. So you can The templates can be used to create and manage complex infrastructures like VPCs, VPCs, EC2s, and all. And we also spoke about the third-party integrations, like we spoke about it can be connected to AWS services, or it can be used in code pipelines, code summit, CD, continuous deployment, etc. You can use it as a CD where the pipeline can read it from read the template from the S3 bucket and deploy appropriate resources also. So we spoke about third-party tools. You can use it with Terraform. You can use it with other tools. Even a lot of third-party tools have AWS CloudFormation APIs or SDKs built into it, or you can download them and you can take a look at them and utilize them in your applications. So it's like a powerful tool for automation. It's like an orchestrator, right?
Samit, I have one question. Sorry.
Wait for it, Kaushal.
This Terraform.
Kaushal, let me finish. Once that's done, you can ask. Don't interrupt in the flow, right, please? Yeah. So CloudFormation is a powerful tool for automating infrastructure, meaning and management. It's not only for automation. You can also manage infrastructure. For example, once you have launched the stack, right? If you want to edit something on it, AWS has this feature where it will decide what is the best part or best course of action. So if you are updating a new one, it might go to a new a version, but you can actually manage it using the CloudFormation or the template that you put in CloudFormation. So that's enabling the delivery value. That means the formation or the delivery of the infrastructure will be swift and fast. Rather than doing manually, you can use CloudFormation to automate the deployments, manage the environment. So you can deploy and manage environment if it's small, right? If it's 20, 30, you know how to do it. You can basically know which VMs are where and which VMs can be controlled and which VMs can be managed. But imagine you're in a client environment where there are 20,000 or 10,000, 15,000 infrastructure elements in it. You have to use some kind of stacks to get some groups going on, grab some and manage them environment. So that is why we use something called CloudFormation. And the templates are something that we put in S3 buckets or storage, and the CloudFormation pulls it from there and either use to delete or create. We'll go through that in the next page, and works on the AWS environment to create different environment, to create different resources. Yeah, Kaushal, you wanted something?
Yeah, CloudFormation is mostly used or Terraform by enterprise level.
If you have Terraform at the enterprise level, you can use CFTs. If the company doesn't need any kind of Terraform or something, it just needs the CloudFormation templates, because it's all templatized, right? Environment can be just put in there and be run through AWS management shell.
Okay.
So, but yes, ideally you can use it. But why do you need CloudFormation if you really have Terraform, right? That's one question. You can write everything in Terraform script itself if you want to. Remember, CloudFormation is only for AWS, Terraform, whereas you can be using with other clouds also. Got it? So how does the CFN work or CloudFormation work? So you basically write some the code in an YAML JSON format in a template, right? And the template is then uploaded to the CFN page through management console, or you can upload it in the S3 bucket. And once you upload it there, you have to refer it in the CloudFormation when you're creating a CloudFormation stack. So stack is something where every resource that CFN CloudFormation creates, right? It will come under different stacks. So one stack would be you, with the stack will be reading the templates from S3 bucket or the ones that we upload. Okay, once a template is uploaded in the bucket, right, or to the template, to the CloudFormation stack, you cannot edit it, but you can upload a new version or a newer one that will be taken as a version of the template. So I'm creating a VM, okay, with the name Sandy VM1, and I want to change the name. But once you upload it, you cannot change it. What you can do is you can change the name and upload it and add the versioning. So that will be version 1.2, let's say. You added version 1 where it's called Sandy VM, and version 1.2 will be version 1. With Sandy VM 1 or whichever name that you give. So stacks are basically identified by names. So I will show you how that is done. So you have stacks and you have names, and that's when you can where you can see what stacks are and what resources are there inside a stack. Okay. So if a stack is deleted, every single artifact. So every single artifact meaning the resources and everything that the stack creates, right, underneath it, that is mentioned in your template will get deleted. So if a stack is deleted, everything underneath is gone. Keep a note of that, right? So how does it work internally? So you have something called a template, correct? And you put it in something called S3 bucket. And then the cloud formation will be taking that bucket, the cloud formation, and be creating a stack. And once you create a stack, there's nothing but everything will be there inside. Stack has all the resources that you mentioned in a template, in the template. So what you'll do, you'll upload a template, right? And the template will be stored in S3 bucket. Now the cloud formation will either retrieve or reference it. You're either retrieving it from there, which is already there, or referencing it from that location, and you can use it to create and delete that stack. Any questions, guys? This is a very high level overview, 10,000 feet. In the course, you will be able to have deep, we can dig through deep in the course, in the future course. No questions? Shall we look at a demo? Right. So let's look at a demo first. Yeah, someone was asking a question. All right. So let's open up our uh, mhm. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll just log in and I'll show you. Okay. So everyone has worked on AWS previously? Type yes, no, 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 yes. So you're an administrator.
I'm currently on AWS.
Good, Musharraf. All right. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah. So cloud formation, right? This is you can go here, cloud formation, and you can get it here. So look at this here. So the first thing that you can do is you can create a stack here. When I say stack, you can create a stack and it'll ask you the template ready. When I say template, remember we were saying we are uploading a template or we are using a template, correct? We can use that, or we can use a sample template, and you can drag down and say, and it'll give you multiple things. You can just create it, click it, and you can launch there. But you can also have have an option where you can create a template where it will be in a visual role. We'll not go through that right now, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just showing you how it looks like. For example, something antenna, right? So you can drag and drop features here, and this is a neat little builder when you don't know what's happening. So once you drop it, it's going to give you the resources and the metadata that you have to that metadata that you have, right here. You can do that, all right. But for our purposes, since we're using ChatGPT, I'll first show you how to create a VM, and then do the same process asking ChatGPT, and we'll create a stack here. So first, what you have to do is, in order for you to create a virtual machine, you have to go to the compute service called EC2. All right. So I don't have any VMs there. So launch instance, and it'll ask you the name of the instance. I can say notes for demo. Right. And then the second thing that's going to ask, a computer needs an image. it needs a network, it needs an operating system, that's images operating system, okay, and it needs a ID and a password, correct? So now the name I've given it, okay, I'm using this one, Amazon free tier, because it's under free tier. I don't want to make it anything else otherwise. So key pair is going to ask which is the what you call it, which is the login ID, right? Without a login ID, you cannot log in. If you look at it, I don't have anything. So we can create a new key pair here. And key pair name would be for demo KP. So once that's done, it's going to give you a file. Either you can use a .pem or a .ppk. Anything is your wish, but make sure you can log in. And you can create a create key pair. I'm going to download it. Correct? And it's going to some network settings. You don't have to go through everything right now. It's going to allow traffic. All you have to do is launch an instance. So first thing that it does is the cloud init gets kicked up and it's going to create a virtual machine. Click on the instances and you can see that the state is pending, but it's running. I mean, it's running, but it's kicking in. It's trying to build a system, virtual machine for us. So imagine you have to do 40, 50 of these in one day. Won't it be tiring? Correct. Here's instances. Why is it pending? Okay, let it run. We'll see how it goes. So imagine if you're doing it for 40, 50 times a day, it will be tiring, right? You would want to automate it because every time you do it, it's going to take at least 3-4 minutes minimum. Since it's a small one, we did next with the default config. You didn't have to adjust a lot of parameters, correct? So there you go. It's running. If you click on it, right, you can even connect to it and easy to instant connect is fine. And when you connect on it, it's going to open up the cloud shell, the console. Yeah, there you go. We're inside a virtual machine. Let me ping google.com. Actually, I'll ping moscow.com. There you go. We're getting ping. That means a virtual machine is created. Now I've shown you how to do it. What you call from the management portal, right? And if I don't want it, all I have to do is just go back to the instance menu, click on it and just terminate it, right? Actions, instance state and terminate it. You can just terminate it. Now, so that is the way to create a virtual machine manually. Now let's ask ChatGPT to create a virtual machine for a script, right? So in order to, you guys know, right? In order to create a virtual machine, you would need a image ID and you need a PPK, private key, correct? So I'll ask it, can you tell me how to create a VM using what? Cloud Nation AWS, right? So I'm basically asking it to tell me how to create a VM using template. Okay, so now what it's doing is it's basically explaining us first and then it will give us a script. If not, I can ask it right away, but it will give you enough scenario or enough information on what the next steps are for you, right? So tomorrow you get into a job or you get into a task saying something which you're not sure of and you wanted someone to be there or ask them for help. So you can use ChatGPT for that kind of help, right? I mean, you can surely trust what is happening. I'll show you what's wrong with it. Okay. Now it says, if you read everything, it says do this. And it's also saying you would replace the image ID and the key name, security group, subnets, and IDs. We don't want to do that. Okay. Now what I'm saying is, what it's saying is follow all of this, change this, and put replace all of this. For us to do this, we'll have to go back to Amazon AWS and do it. So why not I ask it, give me a script to create a VM from the free tier. Okay. Free tier is the free tier that we can use. See, it's choosing the region by itself. The AMI, the machine ID is also, the image ID is also being provided by it only. So all I have to do is, oh, sorry, my bad. It's giving a script. My bad. So I'm stopping it. I didn't ask it properly. I should ask for a, give me a template, not get, what it's doing is give me a script in CLA, AWS CLA. So what I'm asking, give me a CFT to create a VM from the free tab. So it's taking the AMI and it will fail. I'll tell you why. Because the AMI that it's giving us, it's the old one. When I say old one, it's only valid to 2021 December, correct? Now, meanwhile, AWS has changed a lot of things. Okay, we'll go there. And also the key pair name, it will throw an error. I'll show you what is this. So do you okay, I know how to use this. It's also telling us how to use this template. So to use the template, you can upload it in Cloud Service in the AWS console. Once the stack is created, you can log into the instance and see hello world message. Okay, that's fine. That shouldn't be a problem. So I can copy this, and I can open Notepad. All right, this one, right? I can. What I have to do is I have to save it as a what to call GPT dot VM, and I'll create as an YAML file. YAML. Okay. So do you guys know it will work? So what I'm doing is I've created a YAML file. It asked me to go to, it told me, right? It said, go to the CloudFormation and go to the CloudFormation and create the stack, right? So we're doing that. I'm actually taking it, go to my CloudFormation, and I'm actually creating a stack that it's giving me. So create a stack, and it's asking me the prerequisite. So I have a template which is ready, right? It's asked me the source. I mean, do I have it in the S3 bucket? No, I don't have it there. So I'm gonna upload a templated file here. So click on choose location, and what is it called? GPT VM. But it will fail. All you have to do is click next, and don't worry about stack name has to be GPT slash demo VM. I'm just giving it a name. Okay. We are not adding any tags. We're just creating next. Okay. This is the template URL. Remember, I told you once the template is uploaded, it's gonna formation is gonna put it in a S3 bucket. So this is where our template is right now. Okay. And all you have to do is submit. You click on that, and you can see that there's a create in progress. And status is user initiated. You can actually use third-party tools to also create these events or run this CloudFormation templates. I'm just waiting. Is this the right thing? Yeah. Yeah. There you go. So the create failed because remember I told you here key pair is called my key pair, and we don't have that key pair. And let's take a look at the AMI image ID also. Let's see if it has that. Okay, key pair is gone. What we'll do is we already have a key pair, right? That we have created. Not for demo slash KP. We'll use that. So yeah, someone was asking me about okay, there you go. Troubleshooting. So I can take this, copy this message, and go to ChatGPT. How to fix. Just put the message. Let's see what it says. Okay. Beauty, right? So the error message indicates that the key pair, my key pair, does not exist in the region where you're attempting to launch a EC2 instance. Here are some steps that you can take to fix. Check that the key pair exists. Yes, we don't have the key pair, correct? You guys are grasping everything? You understand, right? Type, guys. We're almost coming to the end of the session. All right. So it's given us a bunch of troubleshooting steps, correct? So, but we already know what to do, right? Because we don't have the key pair. Our key pair is different. Whatever key pair that we have given is wrong because my dot key pair doesn't exist. So let's go to, you can even search for key pairs. Easy to key pairs. And take a look at what a key pair was. This is the key pair, right? Let's copy this, replace it with my key pair. Okay. And I'll save it the same way. I'll go back to cloud formation and I'll upload rollback completed. So no problem. I'll go to the steps. I'll just stack action. I'll just click on it and delete the stack. That's because nothing is been done. What I'll do again is I'll create a new stack. Wait, I think I want to just see if it's completed. Events. Okay, delete complete. If you go to events, you'll get what is happening. Just refresh it. Okay, stack is gone, right? Now let's create a new stack again. Template is there, template is ready. Now let's upload the template, the same one, right? Instance.underscore YAML. Yeah, that's what we thought. That we got it. So click on the same thing and do that. Really? Okay. You scared me, man. Okay. Okay. Fine. Yeah. You are following, then fine. Yeah. Click on North per VM, right? And click on next. We don't want to add tag. Let's create. Now the other thing what might fail will be the AMI ID. But let's not wait for it. Let's check. Outputs, parameters, template. Okay, this is our resource, right? Okay. Where are we? Create in progress. Back info. If the ID is the machine ID is good, the image ID is good, I think we'll be able to create. You can even click to see more information. Yeah, I think it should be working now. So let's go to EC2 dashboard. Yeah, there you go. Still then it created. Right. So that's how I've basically taken see stack create complete. So I've basically taken ChatGPT's help to create a virtual machine. But a similar way, we can create a static website. Do you want me to do it right away? We have for 8 minutes. Let's do it. Give me. It should be easy actually. Give me a TFT to create static website in S3. Okay. So it's basically giving us what we have to do. All I have to do is copy it, paste it in my notepad, change it to YAML. Okay. So I'm copying it and I'll paste it here somewhere. But it will not work. I'll tell you why. S3 website YAML. Okay, this is my name. Put it. So first thing is go to stacks again, create stack. Template is ready. I'm gonna upload the template. What is the name? S3 website. I'll open it and click next. It should be faster. Okay, click this and click next. So this is the path of the template that we put. It's gonna show you. Meanwhile, I know that my website requires a front page, right? Okay, now create website and the text should say Welcome to index. I'm just asking you to create a HTML file. Right. So I'll take this HTML file and I'll put it in the S3 bucket. So I copied it. I'll just paste a new HTML file. Index.html. I can basically save it here. Let's replace it. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Yes, just replacing it. So what I'm doing here is, okay, something happened. What happened here? Roll back. Acha. Okay. So it failed. That's okay. So we can check out, guys. We can check out how we can basically troubleshoot all of this and see, look at the events and see what happened here. The following resources failed to create my bucket policy. Okay, rollback was created by. I can basically ask it, right? I mean, I don't know what's happening. So I got this. See, it's ask me to check IAM users permissions. So that's how you can utilize ChatGPT, because while working, you might get a lot of issues, errors, and so either you can try, taking a helping hand from ChatGPT, or you can basically troubleshoot the old way. Any questions so far, my friends? And to delete a stack, like we spoke about, I can click on this one and delete it. And when we're deleting it, there'll be an event that goes the delete in progress, where every resource that we create, right, these will all be deleted. Okay. And to confirm that further, if we go to our EC2 services, that was the create VM EC2, right? So EC2 services. So if you, where is it? It's gone. It's deleted already. Instances. Starting down first, and then it will get terminated. Sounds good?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So you can utilize ChatGPT in this way. See, I run into problems, you run into problems. I mean, IT is not certain, correct? You may think that something goes good, but at the end of the day, I don't know.
Sandeep, I have one question.
Yes, go ahead.
Sandeep, you created one stack. Suppose in prod environment, mistakenly someone deleted. So how will again
No,
get the same infrastructure?
you cannot delete a broad environment like and so easily, my friend. Either you are purposely deleting it, you can do that, but you have to go contact. It's a pain in the beak, right?
That's why I'm asking.
You will be removed first, okay? He can prepare your
Yeah,
resume.
yeah, I know. But my question is, what check and balance is used to restrict that
So,
user cannot
oh
delete
yeah,
his tag?
yes, you can do that. There are IAM policies. Okay, where?
I got it. I got it. I got it.
Yeah, you can assign him to group, right? Give him policies at the group level,
Yeah, correct, correct. Thank you.
right? So everyone's here. I mean, we have a small crowd today. That's okay. So the next thing, guys, what we are doing is we are starting a here zero to hero in AWS DevOps right now. So this will contain. This is basically in two phases, right? First phase is the cloud practitioner phase, where you'll be having all of these topics together, and the second phase would be DevOps phase, where you'll be trained at a level where you can be finishing DOP C01. And these are the topics that we have over there. Since for the interest of time, what I'm doing is I'm quickly going through what we have and what we have planned, and I'll also give you what is included. So for this, we are planning for 60 plus hours, and we're also giving away our Azure cloud. And total, if you look at it, it's about 150 hours of content, and this one is totally free. Azure to zero. And in this, you have AZ900, you have AZ104, and also Azure DevOps is gonna come back on top of it. So the course that we're launching is bundled. So if you enroll for AWS, you'll be getting the course that we already have for Azure Cloud, which is 104, 900, and Azure DevOps, which is gonna come really soon. So total, all of this combined, right? You have a content worth about 150 rupees, 150 hours of content. And if you look at the price and compare ourselves with the guys in the market, if you look at that star Reka, you know what that means, right? They're charging about 8,000 for almost 30 hours of content. And that Learn, the other the competitor of ours, is charging about 57,000 rupees for 25 to 30,000. These are all whatever I'm talking about. The AWS DevOps course, it's a live session based course, and anything online like a trainer which are not like us, they charge in batches. They have a completion date of saying, they have to do about 30 45 hours, right? Then they take up anywhere between 40 to 45 hours. And those of you knows us, they know the ratings that are there. Ravi, if you can share them the links, I think you can share the ratings links to them. They can have a look. So what we have done is, so what we have done is, we have not thought about it for 40K. We have not even thought about 25, not even 12. And we thought for 7,000. And then what we thought was, since you guys are attending everything, so our price would be 3,500 for both the courses, about 150 hours of courses. So Ravi, you can publish that course and share the link. Sorry, I'm going too fast. That's because I'm trying to protect the time for you guys. So what you'll get is, you get 1 year of access to the courses, and access to live courses, access to the courses that are already been completed in the space of Azure DevOps, and 104 and 900 administration, and the weekly sessions access. You'll be having access to first WhatsApp. We have over 4 groups, and some of you are from those groups. You know how liberal we are, and how we talk about things and technologies in the future. Other thing is, we are launching our apps in both iOS and Android. And after that, we're going to help you with your job preparation also. Any questions?
This is a new price, right? Because
if you enroll, that's the 3,500 price. Ravi will be.
Previously we already enrolled one course, right?
If you are a member, if you are a member,
must be for 1,500 or something like.
No, that is the introductory. Are you a member? Then you don't worry. Then you don't worry about it.
Okay.
This is for the new people who are asking for AWS, right?
Yes,
if you look at it, membership prices increase because we keep putting in new courses. We increase the price. So 3,500 is the course price for AWS and for our AWS DevOps.
So I have been following since for day first when the last part is raised.
Yeah, it's been September end, I guess, right? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, guys. We'll send you the links. You guys can follow it up later. Share it with your friends, and thank you so much for attending today. Any questions?
Was a very well explained session. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Musharraf. Have a good day.
Same to you, sir.
Thanks, Kaushal. Bye bye, guys.
Awesome.
Thank you.